What's up, guys? Bonus video here. So I talked in one of my videos last week about how YouTube is absolutely screwing me, and I've learned a lot more since then, so we're going to make a video about it. I'm going to call them out on their own platform for what they're doing to me, and it turns out not just me, but lots of other creators as well. So basically, to summarize what happened here, and I'm going to show you some stuff in a minute to back all this up, but basically from September 14th until the end of October at this point, YouTube has said that not a single view on my channel is valid. That's right, every single one of you goes beep, beep, boop, and rusts in the rain because you're bots. There ain't a real person that watches any of my videos, because, I mean, that's what YouTube says. It's all invalid activity. And so I'm going to show you the email chain that I have gotten from YouTube and what their excuses are, and then what I have found in some research last night that I'm not the only one that's dealing with this, and it's amazing. We all have the exact same problem that happened on the exact same day. So, all right, here, check out my screen and follow along with this. Okay, so here's the email chain that I have started with Google. It started, or with YouTube, it started with me submitting something on their help forum on YouTube's website, and then I got this reply from them, which I did not chat with them, I just sent them a letter, but whatever. And they act like they're gonna look into it, and at this point I thought, okay, good, we'll get this taken care of, because I just thought it was a mistake. Notice my buddy Dexter down here, that he's the one that we communicate with through most all of this. So then I get a follow-up with him. Let's see, this is October 5th when this started, October 6th. Follow up on his email yesterday, reported it to their technical team, and they're looking into it. Unfortunately, at this problem, we don't have a timeline on when the problem will be fixed, which seems to me that they are admitting that they have a problem. Keep you up to date. Fine. All right. Then on October 8th, we find another one. Glad to inform you that the issues you reported, or what the issue about the report for the dates of September 14th to the 30th has been fixed. All right, great. Revenue is now showing your estimated earnings in the analytics. In these dates, please click here. So you click there. Unfortunately, that did not fix anything. And here's my reply to him. Appreciate you getting back to me on this issue. However, my analytics still show no ad revenue between September 14th and the 30th. From what I can see, is nothing has changed. So let's pause our email thread here and let's go look at what YouTube is showing me on the analytics side. Okay, so here is my analytics page, and this is, as you'll notice up here, for the last 90 days. Okay, my views up and down, that's basically the valleys here are days that I did not post videos. That's to be expected. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Real quick, I'll just show this to the last year, and you can see I had a big spike around the first of the year, but things have kind of slowly grown, but pretty consistent all the way through, right? All right, let's go back to the last 90 days. Watch time follows the views, pretty close to that. Subscribers, yep, all over the place. Nothing unusual there. Now look at this one. What happened? Right here, September 14th. I was going from $20, $50 a day pretty consistently, depending on, you know, if I didn't post a video, it was around 20. If I did, it was 50 to 60. A couple of days that spiked up there to nothing. Dollars. And this here, where it finally starts going back up, is November, but it's still pretty low. This peak right here is from a couple of super chats I got on my live stream. So what's in dispute here is September 14th to October 31st at the moment. But I have zero confidence that any of that is coming back either. So let's click on this tab, and you can see my RPM is way down. This used to be up like $8 or $9. Which this is like revenue per 1,000 views or something like that, but clearly it's gone. Where is somewhere I can see more? Hit the see more button. Sorry, trying to figure out what I'm looking for here. Transaction type, no, that's not what I want. I want revenue source, sorry, missed it here. Okay, so what this bar tells me is how much I was getting from different revenue streams, right? So the blue is the ad revenue. The green line is from YouTube premium revenue, people that subscribe to YouTube and pay to not see ads, which that one has been consistent, never changed. What you'll notice here though is that my ad revenue flatlined, went to completely zero and nothing. In fact, the one day here, look at that, I lost 1/1000th of a penny that day. I had to pay them to not show ads on my channel. So, all right, this is the problem. You guys can see why this is a big deal. And so now we're gonna go back. Well, let me do this. Let's go look at, we're gonna do a custom date, August 1st to August 31st. So this is going to be before we lost everything. This number right here is what I want you to look at. That's what I made in August. Okay, so this is the kind of dollars that we were dealing with. September, well, before they had taken this all away, because this revenue was updating and showing that it was there on like the 1st of October, it showed $1,194, and then when they flatlined the second half of the month, it dropped to $586. Now look at October, 57, and that is all from YouTube Premium, 0 from ad revenue. They changed the colors of the lines here. So why? Well, let's go back to our email. So here we're back on our email chain, and yeah, so after I called them out and said, nope, nothing's changed, because it hadn't, on the 10th, on Sunday, October 11th, I got an email from Dawn. She stepped in for Dexter and told me that, well, you're just doing it wrong. Do all of these things. Well, I tried most of those things. I did it on different computers. Did not help anything. So I replied, here's what I'm seeing on my analytics, and I screenshotted basically exactly what I had shown you the month of September, and told them what I was seeing, and then it's all saying the same thing. So on the 12th, again, I got this response from them. Thanks for sharing the screenshot. Reported the issue to their technical team, actively looking into it. Don't have a timeline on when it will be fixed. Again, they're admitting that they have a problem there, right? That it doesn't seem to be me. So that was on the 12th. On the 24th of October, I finally get another email from them saying, we're still working on it. No updates, nothing, we don't know anything. All right, so then I kind of let this go. And keep in mind, this is the middle of harvest for me. I'm super busy, right? I ain't got time to mess with this right now. So then we get to November. And at this point, through October, it was just the September revenue. October was still showing me that it had ad revenue. But then on November 3rd, all of a sudden, all my revenue from October started to disappear. So I emailed them back, and I said, I've been patient, but now we've got another issue. I had pointed out the September 14th to the 30th, and then on, earnings for October, which last night said at about 600, the night before I sent this email, dropped to 420, no ad revenue showing for October 23rd through the 30th. So if I'll show you this one, can I open this? Yeah. You can see that it flatlined for just right here, a short period. This is the one we were complaining about before. This was the next one, but it still showed revenue in between. Okay, well, what happened? So I sent that to him, and I also complained about the fact that I was not averaging as much, because I went back and looked in July and August, and I had averaged about $41 a day in revenue, and in October it was only 13. But I had more views, more watch time, and what's going on? So they replied to me again. This one's on November 3rd still. Heard back, thanks for sharing the screenshots. The revenue that shows in the analytics for the month of September and October, the drop you see in activity was a result of invalid activity. This is the first time they have used this words to me, invalid activity. Filter invalid traffic is a way to keep YouTube ecosystem creators and advertisers healthy. Okay, fine. I understand that. They don't want bots or paid for traffic running up ad totals and revenue. Got it. No problem with that. Final numbers you're seeing in YouTube Analytics are correct and changes a result of invalid activity on your channel, which was confirmed. This is where they have told me that every one of you is a bot and nobody actually watched my channel. He basically says that, oh, they were incorrect when they updated throughout the month, and we're working on making that so it happens in real time instead of at the end of the month. Okay. YouTube proactively detects invalid activity. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's what they're telling me. So I respond with, how can my views be invalid activity? I've never paid for viewers, likes, or comments. I've never asked my viewers to click on ads or even watch the ads. I tell them not to watch the ads for me, and I told them I wanted to appeal. So told them about my channel, how it's been growing. I post videos daily and where my income had been. And I had a single day with no ad revenue, and then all of a sudden, since September 14th, it was gone. And then I said, since this morning, you've taken away the rest of October's ad revenue. So this was later, the same day that I sent the last email, and look at it now. This is what we're seeing now, where they completely flatlined it. Nothing there. Okay? Said there has to be a mistake. I get somewhere between 5,000 to 12,000 views and 40 to 80 comments, 700 to 1,000 likes on every video in the past month and a half, and they're saying that not one of those views watched a valid ad or was a real person. Okay, thank you for your response. Your entire channel has experienced a high volume of invalid ad traffic that was filtered out at the end of the month. We did confirm the invalid traffic was identified, filtered out correctly. Basically, my appeal, invalid, doesn't matter. Even though ad traffic is detected, it doesn't mean you intentionally caused it. Oh, so it's not my fault is what you're saying. So you just took it from me for no reason. Okay. Then he says, we've also taken a look at your October analytics. Please check the estimated monetized playback to give a better understanding. Well, when you click on and look at the estimated monetized paybacks, there aren't any. Well, clearly there aren't any because you took them all away. There were at one point and they were gone. So I sent him an email on the 9th. Was this yesterday? Yeah, this was yesterday. And I said, no. What did he say to me? Yeah, he said, I hear your concern up here. So I said, no, you don't hear my concern. You're not answering my questions. They did not answer, why do I have invalid activity? How did all of a sudden on September 14th, all of my views become invalid? How do I stop the invalid activity? And what did I do to deserve to be demonetized? I said, it's cost me about $2,000, which it has at this point. And you haven't told me what I did wrong or how to fix it. Then I said, as on December 2nd, are all the earnings from November going to disappear like October did? Because I have little confidence that I'm not going to lose everything that it says that I have in November right now. And then I get this email back from them yesterday. I can understand how worrisome this can be. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Unfortunately, I've already provided all the information needed on my previous email. Have no further information. Right. However, let me share it once more. Copy and paste, right? Your entire channel experienced high volume of ad traffic filtered out at the end of the month. Invalid ad traffic covers intentionally fraudulent traffic, such as traffic from automated clicking tools, never done that, as well as other instances of unintentional abuse. Telling people to watch and click on ads, never done that. Working with third parties to artificially, illegitimately boost views, never done that. I've never paid for or bought views. Invalid activity could happen if someone isn't genuinely interacting with the ad on your video. This is why we refund visitors. Fine, but how did it change overnight for a month and a half? Very frustrated here. Working to improve YouTube. Oh yeah, wait, somewhere in here. Where did they say this? YouTube AdSense proactively identify new emerging trends in invalid ad traffic and introduce new ways to filter it out on an ongoing basis. When we detect invalid activity, we also refund. Yep, I know that. We did recently improve our detection systems as part of these ongoing efforts, which is why some channels saw these drop in estimated revenue starting in September. So now they're admitting that they changed their invalid activity detection algorithm, software, whatever, and that is what is causing this to happen. So they have now identified every one of you as a bot and not a real person because their systems changed. There's no way. There is no way. So I sent him a smart aleck reply this morning, and I told him that we're starting to be friends here. And, you know, he's been helping me for a while, and I appreciate the efforts, but we're not really making any progress. So I told him that I'm beginning to think he's about as real as he says all of my viewers are, and that they still haven't explained to me what the invalid activity on my channel is caused by, or how I went to 0 in one day on September 14th. But they're not going to, so what's the problem? Here's where this gets a little more interesting, though. So last night, after that response from them, I started doing a little more research, and it turns out I am not the only one having this problem. Not even close to the only one having this problem. YouTube is taking and doing the exact same thing from quite a few of its creators. So I found this Forbes article. YouTube bug cutting creator pay 50% or more, YouTubers becoming desperate. This article was posted, I believe, on November 6th. And I'm not going to read the whole thing to you. You guys can find it. Just search for Forbes YouTube. But look at somebody else's analytics here. Looks awfully familiar, doesn't it? Huh, how about that? Looks all exactly the same as what I have been dealing with. There was another guy here who kind of did the same video like what I'm doing right now, and talking about his interactions with YouTube and getting exactly the same replies that I have gotten. Here you can see some more analytics showing 0 ad revenue after they were averaging $20, $30 a day. Pretty similar to my channel right there. So yeah, this is what I'm dealing with at the moment. If you want to find out or see about more of this, go to any social media platform. Well, I shouldn't say any. Facebook, Twitter are the two that I know of right now. Type in hashtag YouTube wage theft, and you will see that this is happening to lots and lots of small to mid-sized channels, just like mine. It's the exact same thing. Clearly, I did not do anything wrong. This is not a problem with my channel. This is a problem with YouTube, and they will not admit it. They will not own up to it, and they are screwing us. Now, I hate to complain about this because this has never been about the money for me, right? I am doing this because I want to share what I do every day, because I want to help educate people what goes on a modern farm, a large or mid-sized, egg production operation like what we have. And I like showing that and showcasing it. But I put a lot of work and effort into these videos. I've been posting daily videos for over a year now. It takes a significant amount of time. I feel like, you know, I should be compensated somewhat for this. And that's what YouTube had been doing. It worked out great, you know, $1,000 a month. It wasn't that much when I started. It went from $100 to $200, and it was up to $1,000 in July and August, and I was thrilled by it. And then for it to just drop to 0 is unacceptable. And I didn't do anything wrong. Why am I being punished for not doing anything wrong? Come on, YouTube, fix this. Now, I'm sure a bunch of you are going to ask what you can do to help, and quite honestly, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have an answer of what you, as one of my viewers, can do to help. One of the people that I was reading about said they set up a new channel and tried to get all of their followers to come and subscribe over to that one. That may be an option. I don't know that it would do much for me. You can't monetize a channel until you have 1,000 subscribers and so much watch time anyway, so that would be a kind of a long-term solution, maybe, if it's even a solution. I've looked into other platforms, but I know Rumble is out there. I don't know how to use it. It doesn't look quite right for the type of videos that I'm doing. I know a lot of people on YouTube set up Patreon accounts, but it's not your responsibility. You, my viewers, should not have to pay me for this. So I don't really want to do that. I don't think that you guys should have to ask, I should have to ask you for donations or subscriptions or anything like that. YouTube needs to own up to their mistakes and make it right. So outside of that, I don't know what to tell you guys. I really appreciate the couple of super chats from my live stream, but again, it's not your responsibility to pay me for making these videos. So I guess the biggest thing I can say is like, subscribe, and if you're on your other social media stuff, share that hashtag YouTube wage theft, and we'll see what we can figure out here. But here, let me show you another screen recording here of when I type in hashtag YouTube wage theft. So here is on Facebook, YouTube wage theft. You can see this Cinema Sickness YouTuber says the same thing. They've got the exact same problem. There's some other videos about it. Another YouTube video. Yeah, there's a whole list of them. This guy here, I watched a bunch of his stuff on what was happening to him, and basically we're all seeing the exact same thing. It's not any different for anyone over me. So I don't know what to do about it, guys, but this is what I'm seeing. So let's look at Twitter here real quick. Yep, looks like the same thing over here on the old Twitter. People sharing their analytics, lots of people talking about this. Lots of people talking about it. If you guys have any suggestions for me, I would appreciate them, but I don't think that I don't think there's anything that I can do. I don't think there's anything that you can do that's going to make any significant impact. Hopefully YouTube will come to their senses or just admit that they've been that they have a problem, because I don't know, maybe they're just trying to get free political ads for Joe Biden, which definitely just got me demonetized if I hadn't been already. That's my current ongoing theory, is that you know, a lot of political ads the last half of September and into October, and if they just claim that they're invalid, you guys all watch the ads and they didn't have to charge the candidate for them. So maybe that's why. Maybe now that the election's over, we'll start getting paid again, although I have very little confidence in that. So anyway, thanks for listening to me rant. See you guys in the next video.